Hi everyone. So my name's EA, and for the past about almost a year, it's been since last October, I've been working on getting into the Air Force. And I know when I first started getting interested and started talking to my recruiter, I was going all over the internet, just checking out forums and people's posts, YouTube videos, things like that. I wanted to get a feel, not just like the Air Force saying, this is what it's like in basic training. I wanted to see people that have actually experienced it and were in the process of joining and afterwards and kind of see like the before and after and just kind of see the whole process of joining the Air Force. And I noticed like I didn't see a whole lot of girl videos. I know there were a lot that I saw, but not a whole lot in depth, I guess. And I just kind of wish that there had been more of them and wish that like I had been looking at these while they were, in progress because they were answering questions right away and like getting information for people. So I figured it would be kind of cool if I did my own and maybe I could help somebody else that was interested in joining or had any questions, stuff like that. As far as right now, I'll just talk about basically what I've done the past few months. It's kind of been on hold for a while because I was homeschooled and I went to high school online and I got my diploma and everything. But at the time, the Air Force didn't accept it as like a tier 1 or a tier 2, which you'll learn about. It's like the classifications of school. So I had to go and get my GED. But something about the Air Force is there's only, that was my phone. There's only a certain amount of people with a GED that can enlist each year, and by the time I got my GED, because there was like a 2 month wait, all the spots had been filled, so I couldn't join. So I had to go back and get the last 9 credits I needed to have 15 college credits. So I did that over the summer and I took the classes, and that's basically why it was on standstill for so long. And then my recruiter was just really busy all the time, and he just had a lot on his case. So I got transferred to another recruiter in the area, which just happened about last week. So things are moving a lot quicker now. Basically, when you first join, talk to the recruiter, check out videos online. You need to decide why you're going to join. Obviously, I mean, if you're looking at this video or looking at any videos, you probably already have an idea of what the Air Force can do for you and why you want to join it. As far as jobs go, definitely talk to the recruiter, ask any questions you have about jobs. Something my new recruiter told me is it's really hard to get in the Air Force these days. You have to be qualified. They're not just taking everybody anymore. So you want to make yourself as marketable as possible, which means try and, do really good on your ASVAB, qualify for as many jobs possible, and, aim for the good jobs, obviously, but don't just limit yourself to I want to be this, this, or this, because those spots might not open and you might be stuck waiting in depth for a long time. So, as far as me for the jobs that I want to do, my new recruiter wants to take me to get the D Lab done because I'm technically bilingual and linguists make really good money. And if I can do good on the D Lab, which you have to get 105 or higher, then that'll also qualify me to be a linguist, and that's another job opportunity that I can possibly do. And it's also hard to find people that are linguists, so that's, if they need a linguist while I'm going to MEPS, then that's perfect matchup. I get the job. I'm also like somewhere midway down the list. I'd like to be security forces. I know those are always available. You kind of get a 50-50 shot. Some people say it's a terrible job. Some people absolutely love it. So it just kind of depends on who you are rather than your job. Um, that's basically the jobs that I'm aiming for, or analysts, some sort of intelligence. I'm really interested in that. So somewhere along there, it's kind of a broad spectrum, but general, like, I have a specific field set in mind, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to do like mechanics, electrical stuff like that. Like that doesn't interest me at all, and I'd rather do something that I'm interested in. So anyway, so I texted my recruiter about that stuff. He said, those would be good matches. My ASVAB, like I passed the ASVAB with flying colors in those areas. I did terrible in electronics, which is good because I don't care about it. As far as the ASVAB, if you haven't taken that yet, honestly, don't psych yourself out. It's not that hard. I actually didn't study for it either, and I did pretty good. I don't remember my exact scores, but like as far as the general, like I did good. I passed it. Just go there prepared. Don't focus on the questions you don't know. Focus on the ones you do know and go back because it is timed. And the ones that you don't know, it's multiple choice. You make your best guess and, just trust your gut. Don't second guess yourself all the time. Just do what you think makes the most sense, and chances are you'll do pretty good. And if not, then you can always go back, see what you did bad on, study in that, and take it again. So, I mean, it's not this huge looming test. Don't worry about it that much, because if you psych yourself out, you're going to do a bad job. As far as that stuff goes, I haven't gone to MEPS yet, which is only because I got tattoos and I had to go through, the whole filling out paperwork, and then my recruiter got really busy, so he didn't submit the form, so I'm kind of on standstill right now. My tattoos are going to be submit, which, I mean, I have one on my shoulder and I have one right here, and you can't see them if I'd be in uniform, so they didn't have to take pictures. I just had to write the meaning of them, how big they were, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as those are submit and my medicals resubmit, I'll be off to MEPS. So probably within, not this week, but possibly next week if there's a slot open. If not, then the week after. I'll be going down to St. Louis for MEPS, if anybody was interested in that. And then I'll definitely post a video either while in the hotel or afterwards or before anything, giving any sort of update. But if anybody has any questions as far as something you're specifically curious like about while I'm at MEPS, leave a comment or anything like that and ask me so I can kind of keep in mind to pay attention to this so I can give you your answer. I've read a lot on MEPS, but obviously I can't say unless it's firsthand. But yeah, it's basic stuff. As far as paperwork with your recruiter, you need to have your basic stuff like birth certificate, social security, driver's license, either your high school transcripts or official college transcripts. You're gonna have to have, references, list all your addresses, list all your names, your relatives, your basic stuff. If you're a single parent, obviously you're disqualified. List, if you're married, just all the basic stuff. The recruiter's gonna go through this whole long packet with you, and you're gonna have to go through all of that. But if you are interested in starting up and all this stuff, and you know what you want to do, and you go see a recruiter, bring that stuff. Like, you'll probably have to meet him a few times, but definitely if first time you know what you want to do, make sure you just bring your basic stuff so you don't have to be like, okay, well, we'll make this appointment and you bring in this and this, because then it just drags on the process. Um, as far as anything else goes, right now, like I said, I'm still on standstill waiting to go to MEPS, and once I go to MEPS, then I'll go through, getting the jobs and listing, blah, 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 blah. Something funny that I thought I would share that my recruiter shared with me is I asked him if there was anything I should do to prepare before going to MEPS, and he just kind of laughed and he said, make sure I cleaned my ears. And so I thought he was joking, but he told me that apparently people have been sent back for not having clean ears. Like, I don't know, apparently they couldn't see. I imagined it was really dirty ears, and he was like, no, like, they weren't even that dirty, but they are really picky about this, so have water running in and out of your ears and clean them out really well. Okay. But yeah, apparently they can send you back from MEPS and not let you finish your medical processing until you get your ears cleaned by a doctor with a note saying you got your ears cleaned by a doctor. So keep that in mind. As far as anything else, why I'm joining the Air Force is obviously just benefits, education benefits. I live in a small town in Illinois. There's nothing to do. I want to do something with my life. And, whether or not I make Air Force a lifelong career or just stay in for the 4 years, I'm not sure yet. It depends how good of a fit it is. But meanwhile, I'm going to get a lot of good benefits. I'm going to get a lot of good life experience. And I just really think it's a really good decision for me personally. And I come from a military family. My dad was in the Army. I have aunts that were in the Marines and the Air Force and grandparents in the Army. So, like, it's not some, like, oh my god, military. But actually, my parents were pretty shocked when I said military. But yeah, so that's kind of just why I want to join. And if you have any questions as far as anything else that I've done with my recruiter, like as far as paperwork or anything that you're interested in, as far as when I go to MEPS to keep an eye out for you and answer for you or get a question for you, just go ahead and comment. And I hope that this helps somebody or anybody interested in joining. If you want to, I don't know, hear more reasons about it or anything like that, go ahead and ask, because you have nothing to lose. So anyway, thanks for watching this, and I will be posting more videos soon the more updates I get and heading to MEPS.